This is the
Did
emergency
you know?
broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Stay tuned for further instructions. This is not a test.
Let's get these vibes on. We're doing something a little bit different tonight, in case you can't tell. Aha! How is everybody doing tonight? I have no idea, to be honest, if this chat works. I hope it works. I really do hope it works. If not, it's a bit pointless to be there. This is my VTuber. You might have saw it from some of the videos that were, you know, out and about on the channel. And I had a few of you asking, you know, hey, you gonna use that VTuber at all? So I figured, hey, why not? Let's give it a go. Let's do some VTuber this tonight. And we got lots to talk about. I got lots of news to talk about. That's pretty cool. But for now, we vibe with the song. I'm gonna have some brew and have some good times and enjoy playing about with this VTuber who can do all my facial actions. Like, that's not the one I told it to do. There we go. Hey, this is gonna be fun as long as it doesn't go all weird on me. I'm enjoying this song too much. Now allow me to put the tunes on shuffle, and I guess we'll jump straight into the news if nobody's about to have a little chat at the moment. Shuffle. We don't want the same genre every 2 seconds. We gotta shuffle this. We gotta shuffle this. And then it looks like my stream deck has crashed, but that's fine. We can get it to change screens, no bother without that. But it would have been nice if it worked. It is thinking about changing screens. There we go. It's not showing my display. What is that all about? There we go. Much better. Much better. So, we start out with the Oculus. Not anything too interesting, you know, seeing as Oculus like recalled it because the facial interfaces are like rubbish and everything like that. So the only thing we really got is when Facebook are doing their new update, they've got like multitasking. So you can have multiple windows open. Wow. Revolutionary, honestly. Well, let's face it. It'd be nice. It'll be nice to have the option for, you know, multiple things to go on and talk about. Do multiple things at once. It's not that interesting, really. Let's be real about it. It's kind of cool. But not that interesting. Let's get on to the real news. There's apparently been some leaks for the PlayStation VR 2. Anybody got PlayStation VR? I don't have PlayStation VR. I'm a PlayStation kid, but I didn't get VR because it seemed a bit too early for the VR adoption over there in PlayStation. Ah, there's adverts. Bad adverts. Ad blocker not working apparently. But hey ho, there's been some leaks for PSVR 2, but whether they're legit or not is to be found out. We have got... Well, it's not going to be released until 2022. So don't get your hopes up for PlayStation VR today, this year. It's not happening. We've got silicon shortages. It's hard to get anything, really. But it is estimated that it'll have a resolution of 4000 by 2040, which is like higher than all the VR headsets out there now. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So it's like 2000 by 2040 per eye. Slightly more than the Q2. Quest 2. And a dial for lens adjustments, which, you know, Quest doesn't really have. Gaze tracking, in other words, eye tracking. And apparently it's going to have haptics, so you can actually, like, you know, feel the headset on your face. Like, it's going to vibrate at you like a controller does. Whenever a controller vibrates at you, this is going to vibrate at you too. So that's pretty cool. Well, we assume these are all... Take these with a grain of salt. We don't know if any of this is actually confirmed. We hope it's going to be confirmed, but we don't know for sure. It'll also come with new controllers. Because let's face it, the first PSVR has some issues because you could only use it with the Move controllers, and they're discontinued and a little bit rubbish. It's not exactly like proper VR controllers now, is it? But at least with these ones, I have to say, I think these ones look pretty funky. They look pretty funky to me. Whether they'll be comfy is to be seen, and whether the buttons are good and everything is to be seen, but they're a vast improvement. At least PlayStation are getting in on this to get proper controllers on the go. I'm hoping it's going to be a wireless headset, but I imagine it's probably not going to be. We'll need to wait and see a bit more about that. Hopefully. We can pray for wireless, but I'd expect it to have one wire, unlike the, you know, 10 wires or something you need for the original PlayStation VR, which is a bit ridiculous. And what PlayStation VR have been saying, they're going with mostly big and AAA kind of titles, like big titles, to get the good exclusive games on the go. So that'll be interesting. So I do want to pick up a PSVR 2 when it comes out, assuming that when it comes out I've managed to get a PlayStation 5 by then. Because you know what it's like trying to get a PlayStation 5. It's pretty much impossible. Anybody got a PlayStation 5? I ain't got no PlayStation 5. I like a PlayStation 5. I say that. I can hold off and get a PlayStation 5. There isn't any games that are really taking my fancy that much. Sorry, I was just plugging my phone in there. I imagine you actually got that system sound coming through. But Jane, you don't want nice system sounds. Shh. So we're hoping it's going to be good. It might have OLED panels and not LCD. OCD? VR has OCD, yo. Of course it's going to be on PS5. Sony hints at PSVR 2 on PS5. Well, it's like they're not going to release it for PlayStation 4, are they? Well, they might, but you know what I mean. It'd be stupid if they release it for PlayStation 4 and it wasn't on PlayStation 5. That makes no sense. No sense at all. It could be significantly more powerful than the PSVR. I would hope so. I would hope so. Haptics, and I think they're just talking absolute nonsense for the rest of it, to be honestly. Wireless motion sickness reduction patent. Yeah, that's a patent, but it ain't gonna do much. That's really all in the... But if you wanted to know more, you could give it a little Google and find out more information about the PlayStation VR. Hopefully we'll get some full proper specs soon. Get some information about what's actually happening with it. That'd be pretty cool. But, as we're talking about new VR, Valve have obviously been working on the Steam Deck recently. And it's getting people in the VR community a little bit excited. Because they're thinking, the hardware on this, could we use it to play VR? Maybe, maybe not. That's to be tested. But there's been new updates since then from Gabe talking about what the Steam Deck means for them and their VR future potential. So, Valve suggests Steam Deck processor could be used in standalone VR headset, and that is exactly what we want. Everybody wants a wireless index. Please, 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 please. Gabe. Gabe. Please. Please give us a wireless index. Please. Please, please, please. Please. That's all we want. That's all we want. But, as we're talking about Gabe, in interviews, he's been saying that you might be able to play the Quest 2 on the Steam Deck. Don't know how the performance is going to be or what it can really play, but he has suggested it. So let's take a look at this little article here and see what they've been talking about. So yes, a hands-on report from The Verge's Sean Hollister asked if the Steam Deck's custom AMD-based processing unit could be used as a standalone VR headset. We're not ready to say anything about it, but it would run well in that environment. That sounds promising. It's very relevant to us and our future plans. Valve previously said that the Steam Deck will have all the connectivity necessary for a VR headset, but its performance isn't optimized for that use case. Valve co-founder Gabe Newell even went one step further to suggest that an open PC-based product, Steam Deck, could be able to connect to an Oculus Quest. Steam Deck uses a custom processor unit it partnered with AMD to create. So that would be pretty interesting if you can use the Steam Deck to play your Quest 2. Truly next level wireless. If you're going away somewhere to a hotel, assuming COVID hasn't taken over the world, and you want to play some PC VR, you don't want to just play the standalone in Quest 2, you could take your Steam Deck and your Quest 2, play them together. Maybe. We don't know for sure. I imagine it would struggle with something like Skyrim, because even a normal computer can struggle with something like Skyrim in VR. But that'd be really interesting, and I totally want to give that a go. But it's going to be a while before that, because it's not going to be like, what, Q2 2022 until the Steam Deck's going to get here. And if you haven't pre-ordered one already, then it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to get on. Some people are like Q3, Q4 in 2022. It's really far away. Really far away. We want Steam Decks now. And as we're talking about this, anybody knows Sadly It's Bradley? He's a big YouTuber. Follow him on Twitter, he's pretty cool. Looky here, Valve's standalone system layer has been in the Steam VR API since February. Seems like they might still actually be working on some cool VR stuff. Let's have a look here. Standalone system layer. It already built into the Steam VR settings. So they're working on it. Hush, they're working on it. It'd be so nice to have a wireless index. Through my one that just works. Just works in VR. Like, it works in VR. Just works for PC VR and doesn't have Oculus disconnection issues. Please. Although I need to turn... I'm going to hope. When version 31 drops, I'm going to turn on my Oculus and hope, pray, that I can finally play on PC again with it. Because it sucks that I haven't been able to. I loved that headset. I loved it so much. And now it's just a bit useless, to be honest. Talking about the Quest 2, they are taking over PC VR, like, a lot. It is now official that 1 in 3 VR headsets used on Steam and PC VR is the Oculus Quest 2. 33% is the Quest 2. That's mad. It's only been out since not even a year. Quest 2 hasn't even been out a year yet, and they're already taking up 33%. If you have a look at the stats here, if we count up all the Oculus ones, what are we at? So we've got the Quest 2, and the second most used headset as well is the Rift S. So 30, 40, that's about 50% are those two. Then we've got the other Oculus Rift, the original one. So it's about 55, and then the original Quest, about 60%. 60% of all VR headsets being used on PC VR are Oculus. So that's wild. That is wild. I personally, at the moment, I'm rocking a Valve Index. I'm quite surprised there is actually 16% in the Index. That's more than I expected, since they did have production issues for a little while and it's not on sale in a lot of countries, so that's pretty cool. And of course, below that, we've got the HTC Vive. I'm assuming that's the original HTC Vive? Yeah. 10% still rocking the OG Vive. Good times. That some of the original... I say original adopters of VR. VR's obviously been out a long time before the current recent adopters of the new age of VR, I'd say the HTC Vive would be coming in. On a side note, that's a different kind of video I'm working on at the moment. I'm actually doing a full, complete history of VR. I might be doing it kind of as a video essay. I'm doing lots of experimental things at the moment. I'm just enjoying creating different stuff and trying new things, trying something a bit different. So look forward to that. Yes, we've got the Vive Pro here, which is only, 2%, and the Vive Cosmos, less than 2%. Pro 2, 0.34%. Eek. You can play... Okay. I did not know that you could play PlayStation VR on Steam. Only 0.16% of the VR users on Steam are, but... Wow. I can't imagine that being very good. I wonder if the PC will kind of increase like the quality of it. That'd be really interesting to see. But a lot of the hoorah that's been going on Reddit and on Twitter and everything is that PC VR is dead. and a debate as to why PC VR is dead. There's an argument that it is and that it isn't. But the argument saying it is the adoption of the Quest 2. All the developers at the moment are obviously developing for Oculus because I think it was something, I can't remember offhand, it was 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 sales were on PC, all the rest were on Oculus. So if a developer's making a game in VR, which isn't going to make much money in the first place because there's only, if you look down here, 2% of Steam users have a VR headset, so that's a rough indication. If you don't make your game for Oculus, you're not really going to make any money, and if they don't make money, then they're not going to be able to do it as a job, and they're not going to be able to make more games. Get hobby games and mods and things, that'd be pretty cool. But if they don't make money, what are they going to do, you know? That's not cool. That's not cool. That's pretty interesting. But at the same time, you could argue, no, the Quest 2 isn't killing PC VR because 33% of the people using VR on PC are using the Quest 2. And let's be honest, when I got my Quest 2, I primarily used it on my PC before it broke. Because I just wanted the better image quality. I wanted to play the games that were exclusive to PC VR, you know, Half-Life, Hey Gabe. Rather than just doing it standalone. It's really cool standalone. But I wanted it on PC. And that was the good thing about Quest. And I feel the Quest could actually be a lot bigger if they marketed it better. I don't feel they're marketing it correctly. Like, they've went down the fitness route and things like that recently, but they need to market it as a virtual reality console. They've never really used the word console in their marketing materials. And if people knew that it was... Some people don't know that a Quest is genuinely a full standalone device on its own. You don't need a PC, you don't need anything else. You buy this and everything's included. You've got it, you put it on, you can play VR. A lot of people don't understand that. So if they actually advertised it as a virtual reality all-in-one console, I think more people would get into VR. That's what we want. We want more people to get into VR. The quicker the better. My avatar looks weird when I have a drink. I as you can tell, it does not. My avatar does not also have a drink to take the drink for themselves. Almost, not quite. On a completely different note, since we talk about PC VR is dead or not dead, PC VR isn't dead. It isn't dead. It's just in a lull at the moment because all the developers are developing for Oculus, which means it's kind of a little bit dumbed down compared to how it would be if they were developing for PC. But that's fair. We're in the infancy. All the money's at Oculus at the moment. But in 5-10 years, there's no guarantee that Oculus will have the monopoly, so there'll be more development elsewhere. We're in the early stages. We're in the infancy of virtual reality. We've got so many ways to go, so many things to do. So we don't gotta worry about it. PC VR is not gonna be dead. PCs aren't dead. Unless we... No, because all the technology is going to get better. If Steam, Valve, are making a standalone VR headset, which, let's face it, they are, then that's technically going to be mobile VR, but it's still going to have PC VR games on it. And that's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we need. We just got to be patient. We got to be patient. There's technology issues at the moment. Well, the silicon shortages, which affect everything, affect consoles, affect cars, affects graphics cards, and will affect our virtual reality headsets. But it's okay. It's okay. We just gotta be patient and we'll get there. But now this here is a completely unrelated note, and it's a bit wild, some news I found here. Jurors could use VR to visit crime scenes and help them reach a verdict. Now this is wild. Because look at that stock photo. Can you imagine a boomer going in VR for the first time and then they're at a crime scene? Oh no. Like, oh, they would blow their tiny minds. Blow their tiny minds. But the issue with this is that could totally manipulate people. It didn't like it when I sneezed. But yeah, it would 110% could manipulate people, because being there, especially if someone's new to virtual reality and they don't know what they're new to VR, they don't know what is going on with it. So, and they suddenly get put in a horrific crime scene, a really next level horrific crime scene. That's just going to totally manipulate the jury, and they're not going to make the most accurate description at all. Decision. Because well, they're just being manipulated, really, is what's going on with it. They can just be put in a horrific scene, and someone can say to them, hey, this person did this, and they're going to be like, oh god, of course this person is guilty, of course they're guilty. But you don't know that. You don't know for sure. You don't know for sure at all. Like, it's gonna cause some issues. I can understand to go through some crime scenes and see some bits and bobs as to, yes, they could have done this, or no, they couldn't. But I don't think it's gonna be used in a good way at all. I think they're gonna take advantage of this. It was in Australia they're investigating this. That's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Wild, really. I hope it doesn't go ahead. Now, I'm just gonna check something. But let's get away from that. Let's get some more happier news. Let's go for games. What games are coming out or have just come out? Seeing as we've been talking about PSVR, and I'm jealous of you PSVR users at the moment. Check this out. Check this out. Arashi, Castles of Sin.
南の地で何かよからぬことが起きているようだ。失敗の先には死のみぞ待つ。影が我々を目的の地へと導いてくれるだろう。
So yeah, Arashi is now out. Exclusively to PlayStation VR, it's a stealth action sandbox game with samurais, you know, in feudal Japan, and it looks badass, but it's exclusive to PlayStation VR, and I'm super jealous of all the PlayStation VR people that are, you know, able to play this. I wish I could play. I really wish I could play. But hey ho. Whatever. I guess I'll move on to the ones that I can play now. Pistol Whip. If anybody plays Pistol Whip in here, Pistol Whip's just had an update as well, where there's new features being added in. Take a look at that.
You've got to cross the bridge, but I've got the spark. This ends only one way, with smoke and thunder. For a brave new west, the heat seeker strikes tonight.
So, new free update for Pistol Whip. Right, I do have that game, but I haven't played it very much. I need to play Pistol Whip more. I prefer, I got Beat Saber and Pistol Whip at the same time, and I just ended up, you know, playing Beat Saber excessively rather than Pistol Whip. But I should give it another go, especially now that it's got this new update. That's going to be pretty interesting. And that is not the only game that has had an update. One of my favorites just got a new update. We go in medieval. So yeah, Population 1 have kind of like scrapped their battle pass and basically are doing this stuff for free now apparently as well. So with this latest update, you don't need to pay for a battle pass, you can just get stuff, which is pretty cool. And you know, it's a medieval setting with a whole bunch of different events to do for this for free, with free skins and things like that to unlock as well. So that's pretty cool, and I'm going to give that a check out probably at the weekend. I'm excited for that. And a new game, also another new game, Ven VR Adventures, I think launches today or tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow.
We have emerged from hyperspace safely. Initiating the awakening sequence.
Oh, hi. My name is Veng. Your scouts told me you were coming. They have, taught me some of your customs. Great. Let's get some stuff done.
Guy does look pretty cute, let's not lie. It's got those kind of Crash Bandicoot-y vibes, platformer style. You can pet them. It's totally sold. So yeah, that's Ven VR. I'm totally going to pick that up. I don't know how to play because platformers in VR are hit or miss, hit or miss. I did enjoy Trover Saves the Universe, so I'm going to give this a go. And there is Moss as well, so I think it'll be super cool. Why not give it a go? Let's give it a go. But that's not the only new game that's been announced. No, 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 no. Probably the biggest new game. Back to Star Wars.
Hey kid, question for you. How are you with top secret stuff?
I find myself in need of a pair of capable hands. Hands that will be well paid.
We're not partners, but I'm gonna need your help.
You should know, there's no sense in hiding at this point.
So there we go. We've got the final part of Star Wars Tales from Galaxy's Edge. That'll be pretty cool. Hopefully they'll do the two games in a bundle together, and I imagine they're probably going to do a massive bundle with all the Vader Immortal and things included in that too. So that'll be pretty nifty. Let's face it, the game's probably only going to be 2 hours long, so do be prepared for that. The first one was 2 to 3 hours, which is a little bit disappointing for the price, but that's the state virtual reality is in. I wish it wasn't. It's the same with Jurassic Park. That was half a game. What was that all about? That's not cool. That's not cool. But that's most of the big VR game updates, I think, that have been happening at the moment. So, my phone's gone wild. But let's move on to some AR. What's been doing the rounds on Twitter is this absolute monstrosity of... what are we saying here? Our augmented future. No. No. We do not want to live in a dystopian cyberpunk nightmare. What is this? What is this? No, 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 no. No, no, no. So I've got a bunch of VR developers on my Twitter, and yeah, they're all talking like, this is like the exact opposite of what we want. It goes against all the design principles, and don't worry, this won't happen. Well, it may happen for some users, you know, in the future where we've got some little AR glasses on all the time and somebody downloads like all the add-ons, the equivalent of downloaded spyware and getting a million different pop-ups. That's what it'd look like then. But well, if you're saying, no, don't do this to yourself, don't do this to yourself. On the AR topic, Facebook have said they've now reached 600 million AR augmented reality users. So AR is going to be the way I think a lot of people are going to get into virtual reality. Because a lot of people are using augmented reality at the moment and they don't even realise it with daft things like obviously Pokemon Go And why is my phone going wild? TikTok! TikTok! It is literally TikTok notifications going daft on my phone. Let's turn that nonsense off. There we go. Snapchat filters. TikTok filters. All that jazz. Augmented reality, and people don't even know they're using it. It did not take off the boot. Right, my phone is now off the boot setting. Bad phone. Not distracting at all. Yes, Facebook held a toned down version of their, you know, conference events, but they can't really do proper ones because COVID, all that jazz. The world. More than 600 million people now use Facebook's AR effects monthly across the newsfeed, Instagram, Messenger, and Portal. So they're probably not even, well, who even uses? Do people use Snapchat anymore? It's just kind of like the Snapchat filters just kind of got ported to everything else. That's wild. But AR is so much more friendly to get into and to get involved with, so it'll be good when the worlds of AR and VR begin to merge and do well together. That'll be an exciting time when that comes around. What have we got? That's more intense. That one's more intense. I'll talk about that later. On more light-hearted news, I'm not sure if we can call it light-hearted. You know Dr. Disrespect. Everybody knows Dr. Disrespect. He is now starting his own game studio. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's a little bit of a strange one. It could be good, but equally it could be terrible. People are hating on it in the first place because they're saying, hey, what is a content creator, streamer, influencer, whatever you want to call them, doing making a game dev studio? Well, the people saying that are just a little bit misinformed because before Dr. Disrespect was big, he did actually work on Call of Duty. He made some of the maps. I think it was in Advanced Warfare. So it's not like he doesn't have a game development background at all and is just going in with no knowledge whatsoever. So that's fine. But we all know what's been happening in the games industry recently. It's not been pretty with Blizzard, Activision, things going down, the toxic nature of it. And a lot of people are arguing that, you know, Dr. Disrespect and his persona, the type of fans that you know, invites, isn't probably a good starting base for a new game development company. That's if it does go that way, it'll just fall into the same traps that everyone else falls into. But we don't know him. We don't know what's behind the real Dr. Disrespect. He could be the nicest guy ever, although I guess he did cheat on his wife, didn't he? So maybe he isn't the nicest guy ever, but he could still be a nice guy and make a good game studio. So yeah, whatever the game studio ends up making, it will be delivered in partnership with a select list of mega influencers who will work closely with the studio to launch their dream game. Apparently, it's going to be using indie developers as well. Job opening is asking for a co-founder and studio head who will manage the studio and develop and publish the game targeting PC and consoles. Yeah, he, like it says here, he was former developer who became full-time streamer. That doesn't say what he's developed. I think it was Advanced Warfare, but I imagine he's worked on other games before that as well. So that's an interesting one. It'd be interesting to see what they come out with, but I wouldn't expect anything for like a couple of years, especially when they're building it from the ground up and they don't even have a studio head. A couple of years might even be optimistic, depending on how big they want to do this thing. If you want a good game, it's going to take more than a year. It's going to take more than 2 years. Unless you've already got the groundwork and the foundations already built and ready to go. But there's been a little bit more game drama on top of the, you know, Activision Blizzard. I forgot to turn the music back on. Hey, music. There we go. Some synthwave, apparently. Turn it up a low. Got some vibes. The new drama is with Apex. Anybody play Apex Legends? So, there's been a new character released in Apex Legends called Seer. And he is badass. Yeah, let me type in Apex. This is Seer. He is cool as hell. I just want to see a big image of him. Give me pretty images. He's pretty badass. And he's very, very, very overpowered. So there's been a lot of, you know, hoorah on the Twitters. But, oh my god, do you even do any balancing in this game? Because, like, this guy is, like, just, like, so OP. Why would you do this? And, Daniel Z. Klein, who happens to be the head of balancing, has just been fired. He's not being fired because of that specifically, but that could have been part of the reason. But the reason they're claiming that he has been fired is posts have resurfaced from a blog post in 2007, basically where he was sexist and racist. You know, the standard fare nowadays when it comes to the game dev studios. But it just so happens to be coincide with the time when this new legend has come out that is overpowered, everybody's complaining about. And the hilarious thing is, we saw a tweet from the guy. Somebody tweeted, like, oh, they need to, like, fire this head of balance guy in Apex because he clearly has no idea what he's doing and what the state of the game's like. And he literally... Daniel replied to them just saying, nah. NEH. Nah. And then he got fired on Friday. So that didn't go well. And this isn't his first rodeo. This isn't his first rodeo. He was also fired from Riot Games, I think 14 years ago. Probably for the same general stuff. If you want the nitty gritty of why he was fired, basically... what was the last time a woman behaved rationally? Blah, 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 blah. You know, Adam and Eve. Just general nonsense, you know. Just general nonsense. So yeah, that's that drama. a little bit wild, really. So he's been fired from Respawn. And there will be a patch, I think, in a week's time, roughly a week's time, to balance Seer and get him kind of in line. I should say, I've not really played him yet. I need to go and play him before he gets patched. Then I can, you know, kill people. That'd be good. That'd be good. And on a side note, I am working on a big video. Two big videos. And I need to get posting it. I've been focusing on shorts. Because I decided for a couple of weeks to focus on shorts. And it kind of worked. Because look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We go to the TikToks. I have a TikTok, don't you know? Please don't play things randomly. If we go to my profile, this might play my videos and I will instantly mute it. Can I mute this browser? No, that's fine. I'll just the sound is off. So this video is my avatar is like over it. But this video has had 624,000 views. So yeah, I popped off on TikTok, so that's pretty interesting. So I'm gonna kind of try and double down on that. I've got a whole bunch of kind of shorts recorded, and some of them edited. I've been posting some of them to YouTube. They've not been doing anywhere near as well, but I wouldn't expect them to do as well on YouTube as they are on TikTok. That's fair enough. I don't know whether to keep posting some of them or not. I might do. But if you find the shorts annoying on YouTube, let me know, and I'll just keep them to TikTok, maybe Instagram. Because I'm just experimenting, and I'm experimenting with what's working, but I need to do my proper full-length YouTube videos again. I've been slacking on that. I'm sorry, guys. I've been struggling at the moment, honestly, to just sit in front of the camera and record. I've really just... I don't know. I've had a mental block when it comes to just sitting there in front of the camera. I don't like looking at my face, yo. Don't like looking at my face. So we've gone VTubery. So, yeah, I should monopolize on this, because I went from 55 followers to over 3,000 in a week. If only that growth could have been on YouTube, that would have been nice. And when you wake up in the morning to like 99 notifications, it's some good times. It's some good times. Let's get the bigger screen on. I do have a new chat window. This background isn't like... This background, to be honest, is a placeholder. I only made this like scene like 10 minutes before I went live, to be honest with you. I decided I want one that's got the chat at the side and me here. And I was like, I should really have a background on that. But, I didn't know what background to do. So I got a little one. I got a little background here. It doesn't like when I take a drink. It goes wild when I take a drink. It's like, ah, what are you doing? Ah. So yeah, I might have a short one tonight. I don't know whether I want to chill out here, play some games, because as most of the news vaguely covered, we can go and talk about it in depth anymore, but there's nobody here to really chat, so I just chatting to myself. I could chill out and play some games, but I should really maybe go away and sleep or do some editing. I've been handwriting scripts and things as well. I got a new writing desk, I got a new keyboard and a trackpad for my Mac to do my editing, so that is pretty damn cool. I'm excited about that. I need to get using it more. I got Final Cut on my Mac to edit all my things. I might do some editing streams. I might do them more on Twitch rather than on here. We can just have a little quick one here. I decided against kind of having a set schedule for the VR games because I don't know what the weather's going to be like and I don't know what my mood's going to be like. I don't want to get myself set and I'm definitely playing this game. And then it comes to like, oh, I don't want to play that game. I want to play this game. So I think if for those ones, I'll schedule them more closer to the time for a specific game. So there's no point in locking myself in if I'm not feeling it and I don't want to stream if I've picked a specific game. I'll stick to being ad hoc. Always stream on Wednesday nights, and if I want to play some games, we'll play some games. If not, I'll just chill. We just chill. But yeah, I might just cut it here. It's a little tiny... What is this song? I need to change this. This is like, what? What is this? That's a bit better. That's a bit better. That was weird. I didn't like that song. Didn't like that song at all. The cat has appeared. What are you all about, Kitty? That was a quick run through of the latest news. So that was, you know, pretty... That was not the sound effect I meant to do.
Nice.
There we go. That was pretty...
Nice.
That's better. That's better. That worked that time. So I might just go away, do some scripting. I think tomorrow and Friday, I'm going to have is full-on filming days. Where I'm going to film... I've got a script that I've had completed for ages. I know exactly how I'm doing it. I've just been having some green screen issues, I'm not going to lie. Turns out green screens don't like blonde hair. So I got my hair away from blue, because obviously blue doesn't work in a green screen. And now that my hair's blonde, it doesn't like the hair's blonde either. I need to do like a magenta light on it. That's a bit daft. But yeah. I might do an editing stream on Friday. For the weekend. If I do, I might do it on... Whatchamacallit? Twitch rather than the YouTubes. But I'll be in Discord if anybody wants to hang. Because the Discord is the coolest. What? My avatar keeps doing an angry or a sad face. I am not angry or sad. I'm just indifferent. I'm just indifferent. There we go. That's better. I blink at you viciously. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Cut it short. Anyone wants to chat, I'll be in Discord. Maybe stream on Friday night. Play some games rather than chatting. But there's not much news happening, apparently. I've been through it all. Been through it all rapidly. Far too rapidly. And now I'm gonna go sleep. Because sleep is good. And I feel like death. Thanks anyway, guys. I'll see you next time.